Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. It's your favorite coffee drinker, Sir Wilkins, is in the house. And I got a special guest, a great guest from the Dirty South. I still don't understand why they call it the Dirty South. This makes it sound awful. But we got the legend in this herself, Queen K from Texas, big Texas that is, in the building. And we're going to talk some wrestling. We're going to talk about every single thing you want to talk about. So let's go. Welcome, 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 Queen K. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, on this beautiful Sunday, go Cowboys,
Oh, fuck the Cowboys.
No.
Fuck the Cowboys.
No.
The Cowboys.
We about to start like that. That's why it's 7-3 right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Eagles fly high on this show, baby. Eagles fly high on this show.
Lord.
So first things first, congratulations on your new article.
Thank you.
People who haven't seen it yet, the link will be below. You did an article about Latinas in professional wrestling. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes. My article, Tu No Entiendes. Basically, you don't understand. And it's more of just highlighting issues that Latinos wrestlers have experienced in wrestling business throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
I did a touch on colorism. I did a touch on the language. And I did a touch on how most of them feel like their culture is viewed as like a gimmick instead of just respecting their their culture, a part of Lucha Libre.
Okay.
So
let's dive in. Let's dive into this article real quick, because you did mention a lot of things that I did like. Some things I was like, oh shit, man, where there's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack, to say the least.
Yes.
First things first, one thing that I did appreciate that you mentioned was the colorism in the Latin community, Hispanic community. Which one do you prefer, Latinx, Hispanic? What are we doing?
Well, some Hispanics is more of people like from Spain, and Latinos are mostly. It's a deal because the colonizers, as people like to say, have it confused. Where they're like, okay, all y'all speak Spanish, so all y'all Hispanic. It doesn't work that way. It's based on the country. So most people that's in America, it's both. Like you're Hispanic and Latino because you speak Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of difficult, but it is a lot of colorism still. With the Afro Latinos and the fair colored Latinos, it's still.
So, explain that to me. What is their issue? Because at the end of the day, so first I went to Cuba, and they were like, everybody's Cuban, everybody's that. So are you saying that there's a divide between the darker Hispanics and lighter Hispanics? I know of a bit of it, but you're part Mexican, right?
Yes.
So you would know a lot more than I do. So can you dive into it a little bit?
So basically, it's just like America as far as how Black people are treated. It's the same way, but it's dealt with colorism. You have people that are Afro-Latinos. They witness the systematically racism, or, things are hindered against them because they're darker skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the fair Latinos, they are ranked higher up, and they look similar as the white skin, blue eye, white girl or white male. So you have that a lot going on, and it happens in pro wrestling too. And then when I touched on it, I wanted to say that yes, you are considered Black in society, but when Afro Latinos are in pro wrestling, they issue to kind of only put them as Black instead of just letting them be Dominican, or let them be Cuban, or let them be Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue too. Like, you only pin them as Black people instead of letting them be who they are.
I think the only time I saw like a little bit of that was what's his name? Jose. From WWE. What's his name? No Way Jose.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only time you can kind of, like, because he looked more Black than he looked Latin.
Yeah.
Per society standards.
Right.
And I think that was the only time I ever saw that. Because, for instance, Bobby Lashley, I didn't even know he's Panamanian.
Yeah. Just like Carlito. They let Carlito be Carlito, but it's just the gimmick was a little stereotype. But they still let him because he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah. And his father's like a fucking legend in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, massive legend in Puerto Rico. A lot of people go there to like train and wrestle about the business. So let's dive a little bit in. You talked about gimmicks. What about gimmicks bother you so much? We see it all the time. Lucha Libre, Lucha House Party, which is not the greatest thing in the world. Mm-hmm. I think the only one that we kind of see like him doing his own thing is Damian Priest right now.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
But I don't think we see a lot of, for over the years, especially in WWE, because WWE's been number one. We've seen a lot of ignorant shit over the years. But dive into that real quick.
So I had put on my Instagram to explain what the Lucha Libre mask represents. And if a lot of people don't know, the Lucha Libre mask represents the Aztecs and the Mayans warriors. That's how they view dominance. Or I defeated this person because, like I stated on there, they have matches down there. If I win, I take your mask. That's more worthy than a championship. How many masks you collect from a different opponent or their hair means far more than a championship. So, like people like Rey Mysterio's mask, most of those masks, it represents either a god or it represents some type of symbol. And like I said, basically their mask is like kayfabe. So it means a lot to them. And then sometimes WWE get that confused why it's just an accessory. It's not an accessory to them. So that could be a little ignorant. It can rub them the wrong way. So
was that the reason why it was such a big deal when Ray took off his mask in WCW?
Yeah.
Because it was a huge thing. Huge. I heard he didn't want to do it.
He didn't. That's a big deal. That's why I said something recently, like when Lucha Brothers had the match and I cannot Butcher. I think it was Butcher that took off his mask. Like, don't do that.
But do you think that they have to adapt and put their culture to the side so much when they come over here in the States?
They shouldn't do that. We're in America.
No, I'm talking about that they have to do it. That they end up doing it because they want to pay. Like they don't want to do it, but they end up having to do it because it's like, yo, fuck it, damn, take this shit off because you got to pay the bills on this one.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you spoke a lot about fans not being happy. You had a lot of fans come into your DMs and help you write the article. What were the fans saying about this?
They really wanted to touch on that subject because most of them were just like Black people, Hispanics or Latinos are going back to their originality or their roots or finding their tradition. So most of them came to me because I'm outspoken. They was just like, if you're gonna do this, can we touch on this? This is what we've been saying. Try to touch on this. So I try my best to say it in the correct manner. That way it will come out perfect. I was really nervous writing it.
Really?
Yeah. I was nervous touching on it. I was like, okay, I hope I do this right. Because it means a lot to them because they really don't have a voice because nobody cared to give them a voice. Nobody cares to ask them, hey, you're this. How do you feel if we do this storyline with this storyline? AEW is kind of trying to get into that by adding Lucha Libre, the AAA, into the Forbidden Door. With me and you done got back and forth with Andrade, but it will be really important to the Mexican community in wrestling if they do that. Like I said on my articles, Stephanie has spoken that adding Bad Bunny, they're trying to enhance the wrestling number as far as the Hispanic Latino community, and they haven't did that. They still haven't did it. Even like Damian Priest is not enough.
Of course, it's not. That's never enough.
Right.
But I think one of the beauties about Damian Priest is that he's himself.
Yeah. Yes.
And he reps who he is, the hometown he's from, everything of that nature. It's not. I think a lot of times, and this is, you can tell me if I'm wrong, when it comes to Latin wrestlers, especially Mexican, they always put them in this box of like throw a mask on and then go do these moves.
Right.
And we're slowly starting to see a little change in it. You mentioned something about Escobar from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that it was a little bit racist. Why do you think that it is?
No, I didn't think it was a little bit racist, but we know it's no mafias in Mexico. They're more cartels. So I just think like you got the cartels going against the people that push for the cartels, which is the come on now, like we doing this.
So you saying that? Hold on, wait, time out. So you're saying that NXT is Snowfall?
I mean, you see it though. Like I see what they doing. I'm just like.
So you're telling that Franklin is AKA Isaiah Swerve Scott?
Pretty much. You're beefing with the cartels, like. I mean, it's cool, but still, come on, y'all.
I get you. I do like that. The one thing I like about Escobar and his squad is that they dress well. That's something that I personally enjoy seeing. Yeah. And Homeboy might be the freshest person on TV right now. I think he might be. Andrade might be trying to take his spot low key. Seth went off the rails. Yesterday he had an aluminum foil outfit on. I was like,
That's all your fault though. You did that.
I was just trying to show love.
Yeah, that's your fault. You did that. He said, this black guy said I got drip. I'm about to start doing this now. He saw your coffee take and his wife got a black stylist and they done. So that's your fault.
But it was once again, it was an amazing article that you put out. Let's talk about more about you. How'd you get in start liking professional wrestling? Who are your top 5 professional wrestlers? Because I got beef with you when it comes to Chris Jericho. Because
everybody do it, I know.
Because
if they did a Dark Side of the Ring, if they do one on him, I'm telling you, I will be the first one. Just hand me my gun. I'm gonna tell him to go to the woods, and I'm gonna cry. Because I'm gonna cry doing it.
Listen, you know what? Let's save that. Let's go to Dark Side of the Ring. Let's talk about our heroes and their skeletons in these motherfuckers' closets for a second.
Man.
So first things first, let's talk about Dark Side of the Ring because you had a lot to say about it. And people who are watching and listening to this episode, we're talking about the season premiere of Dark Side of the Ring, The Plane Ride from Hell. And the shit was wild.
It was wild. Oh, Lord.
What stuck out to you the most? And let's dissect.
I knew about the plane ride from hell. I only knew about the fight, the ponytail getting cut off and Ric Flair being naked, but they made it seem like everybody was just laughing. I didn't know he backed her into the corner and made her touch his penis. I didn't know they left that. So that was news to me. I was just like, no, that's not what was said for these years. I just knew about the fight that they almost beat down the emergency door and all of this other stuff. I didn't hear nothing about that. So that was very disappointing for me because I've always liked Ric Flair. I always, he the top champ, he the top dog. And then I'm just like, bro, I can't even look at you the same. You nasty. Scott Hall, you nasty. Like, all of y'all are nasty.
Scott Hall, for me, I kind of knew it. You know what I mean? You know that friend that you got that's not really your friend that you like, that's our nigga is, and we stay away from him. We keep our distance.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of fuck with him, but, we don't invite him out.
Yeah, we know how he does. But he can stay over there.
Exactly. Because Scott Hall was that, because I'm a huge Razor Ramon fan. Like, huge fan. But The Ric Flair part was just like, damn, dog.
Right.
And you know what drove me crazy? And everybody's talking about Tommy Dreamer, that one comment he said. What was wild? It was that, Ric Flair's big old dick was swinging around and it was in front of the girl's face and shit. I'm just like, yo, bro, you were talking about the size of Ric Flair's dick, first of all. And then you make it seem like it's not a big deal. Like he's swinging it around.
Right.
But what do you think about that? Is that when it comes to being a fan in this particular sport, or just anything in general, do you do the separation of the character and the person's personal life?
No. Well, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I am still a Chris Jericho stan, so I can't say that. Sorry. I'm on TV, baby. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You're a mama.
I'm so sorry.
You bring her on. You got to stay on. I don't care.
Huh? Okay, go back in there. I'll be in there later. Sorry. But I don't, like I was saying, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I am still a Chris Jericho fan. I'll let him go eventually. I will eventually let him go, but we got to start learning we can't keep separating that because they're awful people. They're not the kayfabe. They're not who they portray they are. I know he's an awful person. I don't
think he's an awful person.
I don't either. I know he probably got skeletons in his closet. The only thing I've heard is how drunk he gets and, of course, the January 6th shit.
I've heard one other thing, and I'll say it off camera.
Okay.
I don't want to say it on camera because I don't want to. Even though it's a rumor, I don't want to put it out there.
So they're gonna be like, he said.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I got AEW stands in my inbox to cursing me out. I remember one time, me and my brother got Alicia Fox stands in our inbox. I didn't know she had a fan base like that. That was that strong. They came we just said that we don't know if Alicia Fox should be in the Hall of Fame. That was all we said. And
they came at your throat.
They came at us. They left comments. They tried to shut down the Java Tears IG page. They came at us on Twitter. So I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'll say it off camera. But It is difficult. It is something that's super difficult of separating these because they're so close to who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking this question: are you canceling Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could cancel him. He old as shit. He ain't got nothing else to prove anyway. He could be on TV. Yeah,
I can see that. What about Tommy Dreamer?
I never really was a fan of his anyway, so.
Okay, so that's out the door.
That was easy. Yeah, that's easy. Like, okay, he could go.
He could definitely get the fuck up out of here.
He could go. I don't care. Bye. Brock too, though. People want Brock canceled. Brock Lesnar. For Flash and Terry.
Dustin was real pussy for that.
Yeah. He should have did something. I know JR tried. Like, I know that got to be the hardest job in the world. You got to monitor over grown-ass people and they acting like kids. Like, and these people damn near 30 or 40 and they act like kids. That must be ridiculous. Stress
Absolutely
that man
ridiculous.
Out. They stress JR ass out.
I heard that Vince and Linda weren't on that plane supposedly.
They were on the plane. She said that they was on the plane.
Okay. Because Coach said they weren't. Coach released a statement recently said that they weren't. So I wasn't sure. He said he was WWE, but he's still going to protect Vince. Vince gave him some nice checks.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They was because she said that they was way in the front, like where the first class.
Okay. So, all right. So. But let's go back to your top 5 favorite wrestlers. Number 1 is Chris Jericho. So give me the rest of the 4.
You talking about current or just period?
Just in general.
Oh, okay. Chris Jericho ain't my number 1, but he my favorite. My number 1 is Shawn Michaels. My number 1 has always been Shawn Michaels.
Say that again.
The HBK that birthed everybody daddy, Shawn Michaels. Talking to you, Adam Cole.
Who's better? HBK or Bret Hart?
You know I'm gonna say H. Oh, you talking about technical?
No, just in general. That's
hard because
it's hard.
No, because Bret Hart was good. Like, as he's like, Bret Hart was probably one of the best in-ring readers there ever was. And then you got Shawn Michaels. He was like the best adapter in the ring. So you got these two. It's kind of what we about to see right now. Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega. Like,
nah.
But I'm gonna go with Shawn because I like Shawn.
Listen, Shawn has the oomph over him for me because he's better entertainer.
Yeah.
But I can understand why somebody would say Bret. But entertainment wise, you gotta give it to Shawn.
Yeah, because
Bret Hart mentioned something. I know we're going off topic. Kenny versus Daniel Bryan. The current state of AEW, tons of stars coming in. I know you're part of the fun side.
Yes.
So let's talk about it. Let's break down this amazing free TV pay-per-view we are getting on Wednesday. What are your thoughts on this? And Ruby Soho's, I'm throwing a lot at you at one time. So we'll get to that too. Ruby Soho's promo.
Okay.
So first things first, what do you think about the card this coming week? Give me a quick breakdown of that. Your thoughts.
The card so far is stacked. Wednesday and Friday is stacked. And I'm jealous of y'all. Y'all getting the best card. I wish that I was up there to get it. I am hating on everybody that's going to be in Queens. I hate y'all. I hate every single one of y'all. But it's going to be good. I know Ricky Starks was supposed to be on that card, but Brian Cage is a bitch.
So what happened with that exactly? You mentioned that. What was supposed to happen?
It was supposed to be because Ricky Starks was gonna win. It was supposed to be Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage, and we know Brian Cage. He mad because he had to put over black people. That's all that is. That's all it is. Like he's saying that he didn't get no time when he got on there. The moment he got in AEW, it didn't make sense. He got pushed from day one. He got pushed. He was one of the contenders. He challenged Jon Moxley for the title. He won the motherfucking
the Battle Royal.
Yeah, he won the Battle Royal. He was the first one of the card to fight Adam Page. Like he been pushed since he got there.
My thoughts when it comes to Brian Cage. I'm a Brian Cage fan because I'm an old school wrestling guy.
Right.
I like the bigger dudes. I've always been a fan of that. But I can enjoy somebody that's good that doesn't look like Brian Cage. Right. Brian Cage got pushed from jump. The problem is Brian Cage can't talk on the mic. Most of his matches, for the most part, don't connect because he tries to be a luchador in the ring. And boy, you're like close to 300 pounds. You're like 6'3". Why are you doing that? Like, he needs to look at old Brock stuff if you're going to try to do that. You know what I mean? Like, add that. But I don't think he's much of a technical wrestler like Brock can be.
He's not.
And I think he is expecting to be this top guy where you have already stacked top card. There's nothing wrong with getting paid $300K a year and you're on TV every week and you're on the mid card. There's nothing wrong with that
at all.
And they supposedly might move you up. You never know. But I didn't know that was the reason why Ricky Stark wasn't on the card.
They was supposed to be on there, and then he had his wife to do the talking. Like, bro, what is you doing? Like, shut her up. If you have. Everybody know that Tony Khan is easier to contact with if it's something going on, if it's an issue. He made that apparent when they first started the company. Like, if you have an issue, text me, call me, or something. But no, instead of that, you got your wife doing all the talking for you, and then now you looking like a fool and you ain't getting booked, and you kind of messing it up for Ricky Starks. But it's okay because CM Punk. Okay, is that better?
Now I hear you. Now I hear you.
That gave me time to stay in the room. Okay.
All right, back to what you were saying. Brian Cage is the bitch.
Yeah, that's okay. Ricky Starks gonna get his push anyway. CM Punk all of them.
What do you think about the Ruby Soho promo versus Miss DMD?
It was good. It was a good little trash talk. She's improving. You can tell she was still a little nervous, but she'll get better with time.
She said that she didn't really feel comfortable in WWE. She didn't find her footing in WWE, and I think that had a lot to do with she was always injured a lot.
Yeah.
And when she was in WWE, and also WWE is a little intimidating, especially for the women.
Yeah.
You have to look a certain type of way. She has a completely different look, even though I think she's fine as hell. I don't know why, but I'd love me some movie.
She's pretty. She's very pretty.
Yeah, but I totally enjoy that. But let's have some fun. The three mega questions are coming out right now. Okay. First question first. What are you currently enjoying in professional wrestling?
The competition, for one. We know it is competition. No matter how they say it's not, it is. Because competition brings out the best on both WWE and AEW. Like we see now that WWE is giving us some pay-per-view quality on free TV on Monday.
Talk about it.
USA wouldn't do that for no reason.
They want the checks.
They want the checks. Vince probably like, they not competition. Yes, USA. Yes, the fuck they is. Shit, we about to get Roman here now. Send them now.
We need to put these ratings up. It will be crazy if the ratings do go up. Roman's that guy.
Yeah.
Roman is that. If they hit 2 million plus, because I think that right now they're at 1.8 million. And if they go 2 million plus, yeah, he's that guy.
Do you think they should do that match first? Like, how should they do it? Because it's 3 hours.
I think they should open the show with that match.
Yeah.
Do a quick vignette about what happened on SmackDown, his whole thing. Open the show with that. Started off red hot. I've been thinking. What's funny you mentioned that, because I've been thinking that the past couple of days. I was like, yo, they should just toss this on first and let it rock out, and then get that instant thing, because everybody's gonna be like, I'll wait till like the 9th hour, and it's not gonna, people gonna forget about it.
Right.
Because as soon as you open it up, you're like, yo, everybody's tweeting about it, like, oh, shit is on. You turn that shit. I'll give them, honestly speaking, give them 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Give them Young Bucks time.
I do the same thing.
Because, like, I fucks with the Young Bucks, but I don't. Because sometimes I be like, yo, these are your people. I'm like, yo, this match is way too long, son. What are y'all doing right now, boy? You'll turn this off. You'll turn it. Yo, let it go. Let it go. Stop.
But that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be, though.
Yeah, but
crazy. Like we used to that, and then so many years that went by, and they doing it again. It's just like, what the fuck they doing? Then you go back, and you like, oh shit, I did used to do it.
But it's been like, yo, it was a different generation. We got ADD now, so we can't.
No patience,
bro. Speed up.
Right, no patience.
I got that. I hate waiting on lines. I hate waiting. That's why any event that I go to, I never get food right away. I will leave in the middle of a match to get food. I'll pick a match to go get food at the concession stand. I hate waiting online.
Really?
I hate waiting online. Like Wednesday, when we're about to go to the show, I'm going to pick one match that I feel the least about, and I'm going to go online. And I've been great all of that. There's only like 3 people in front of me, 4 people in front of me. I'm great. Those lines, one day when you come up to New York for a show, you're going to see how crazy the lines are.
Oh, I know. We do that down here, but I'm used to it. I just go, like, when I go to the show, I go to the concession stand first. I'm like, because I got to get my liquor.
Oh, you know what? You Southern. You got patience. You got patience. Yeah. I'm from New York. We ain't got no patience out here. We ain't got no patience.
I learned that the hard way. I learned that y'all ain't got no patience. Y'all mean and all of that stuff.
We're not mean. You just call New Yorkers mean?
When I came from the airport and I was trying to find where to get my baggage, I was like, excuse me, where's the baggage? And she was looking at me like, it's right there. And I was like, I'm sorry. Excuse me. My bad. And then when I got my food, I was like, thank you. You have a good day. And they just looking at me. I was like, excuse me, sir. Like, and I say sir and ma'am. So they just looking at me like.
Okay. Oh, I say ma'am all the time. And I get yelled at because women hate that up here.
Oh, I see that. They was like, no, don't call me that. Blah, blah. I'm like, okay. All right. I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah, people, they hate it. Like, don't call me that. Makes me sound old. Bitch, you old. You 60. Shut up.
Right. We do that down here. We say it to people younger than us. It's just our hospitality. It's just
it's proper manners. But what are you hating right now in professional wrestling?
Ooh, the fans.
Ooh, speak on it.
The fans. I hate the fans. Fans are feeling very entitled, or they flip-flop. If they don't like one thing, they start to drag it out. Calling each other's marks, and y'all basically the same thing. Like, it's just the fans make it Just watch it. Just enjoy it. Some people just don't know how to enjoy things. Like, just let it ride out. Let it ride out.
Yeah, fans are top 5 the worst. Like right now, people are complaining about the match that's going to be on this week.
Right, talking about it needs to be on Survivor Series. Why they doing this now? Why not? Y'all keep saying Raw suck. They doing something now.
But even the card for Wednesday, people's like, yo, why is this here? It should be a pay-per-view. I was like, nah. I want this free shit. I'm gonna enjoy this free shit, and you never know the buildup that you can get from that.
We used to pay $60 every month for a pay-per-view.
It was a lot. You pay $60. I had illegal cable.
Yeah, we did. We paid $60.
I had the black box growing up.
Oh, see, we didn't have it. We didn't have. My cousin did, but we didn't.
Oh man, you missed out. I had all the free shit. I had Channel 60. Channel 63 was a porn station, and then I used to like watch it at night in my living room, and then wait for my mom to come, and then I change it real quickly. Yeah.
Oh, the HBO, you have it on mute, and then you have it on the previous.
Yeah. HBO and Spice Channel. Spice Channel was a shit, boy. Nasty boy Wilkins, 12 years old, watching this. Like,
Yeah, see, we didn't have that. We had to pay the $60. Well, my mom was gonna pay. My mom a wrestling fan too, so yeah.
So, getting towards the end of the show right now, what is your hot coffee take of the day?
What you mean by hot coffee take?
So the hot coffee take is basically this. Any belief that you have, you're like, this is my belief. I'm going to die with this belief. This is the hill I'm going to die on. It could be about something from the past, something from the present, or even something you think is going to happen in the future.
My hot take is Brett was going to go to WCW with that championship belt. I don't care what nobody say.
Wait.
I do not care what nobody say.
Let's rewind. You believe that Brett was going to go to WCW with that title if Vince didn't take it off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It doesn't make sense. Like Vince, we know Vince is evil, but Vince has a motive to his madness. So he wasn't gonna do that shit out the blue. Screw him out of the blue. Something had to be true. And knowing Big Easy E at the time, he was petty. Everybody know Eric Bischoff was petty, so he probably had somebody be like, let him know that he come in here with this belt. It makes sense.
It does make sense. I thought to this day, I'm going to go with this one, that it was a work. I don't think it was a real thing like people make it out to be. I think maybe there was a couple of things that were done on the fly there, but I personally think it was a work for the most part. It happened too perfectly.
Yeah, it really did.
And then I think it wasn't supposed to blow up the way that it did. And then when it blew up, Vince was like, all right, I guess I'll be an on-screen character.
Right.
Because, Vince will see something that's hot and that makes money. He's jumping on top of that in a second. But that is a take right there.
I really do think that he was about to do that.
Oof.
I think he was about to do that. I don't care. I know Brett is probably a good person, but he was petty too.
Nah, man.
He was petty too.
Well, we're going to end the show on this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, This was another epic episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. We had Queen K from the Dirty South, Big Texas in the motherfucking building. Please read her article about Latinas in the world of professional wrestling and read all her other articles. It's your boy Souls of the Jobber Tears podcast, and I'm out.